Lomandras are a common sight in the Aussie landscape. You might be wondering, are they worth including in your biodiversity plant palette? It turns out that yes, they're actually highly beneficial for urban biodiversity and garden pest resilience. For starters, their pollen is a supplementary food source for predatory beetles like ladybirds, keeping them in the garden after pest numbers subside, especially in spring when they're needed the most. This pollen also supports beneficial ants that perform a similar function to worms, particularly in hot, dry climates. Remember that it's only the male plants that produce pollen, while female plants produce flowers that mainly attract insects with their nectar. Both male and female plants attract a variety of pollinators beyond ants and beetles, including native bees, hoverflies, and much more. Birds aren't often seen feeding on the flowers, but they do love to eat the insects attracted by the flowers, and the seeds are also a source of food for birds, insects, and much more. In a mass or mixed planting, their tight, bushy, grass-like habit is the perfect shape for birds to search for grubs and lizards, providing habitat for several layers within the food chain. Their foliage is host for a variety of native larvae, including skipper butterflies. A lot of insects, particularly butterflies and moths, love to lay their eggs in Lomandras, giving their larvae the best start for life. Below the ground, their roots are extremely good at stabilising poor soils and delivering a steady source of carbon for the microbiome, improving conditions for other plants nearby. Although they can compete for resources, so trees should be allowed to establish before planting Lomandras in the understory. Every few years, a Lomandra loves a good hard cutback to give it a fresh new lease on life and a chance to replace those older spent leaves. Usually around 5 to 10 centimetres above the ground is the recommended pruning height. However, Lady Tanika Lomandra is a particularly good survivor when it comes to hard pruning. It can literally be pruned right down to the ground, so even the most inept maintenance crew will struggle to stuff this one up. Lady Tanika Lomandra is also a rare specimen that can thrive in both flooded and dry conditions, particularly where there's Phytophthora and other root rot diseases present. A mass or mixed planting of Lomandra is home to a variety of small brown birds. These may not be as charismatic as the colourful rainbow lorikeets or galahs, however these small brown birds are the ones that most need our help. Lomandras are also great habitat for frogs, lizards, insects, and much more. Taller, tight plantings provide a physical barrier against toads from water sources, because frogs can climb over Lomandra, but toads can't. If you've been wondering whether Lomandras are worth planting from a biodiversity perspective, the answer is a resounding yes. Check the Ozbreed website to browse some of the most reliable, high-performing, and beneficial Lomandras that have ever been brought to the Australian market.